Hello everyone, this is Sid here and welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be giving some art tips, which I'm actually not exactly sure if I'm qualified for, but we'll just pretend I'm a good artist. We can do that, can't we? So I'm going to be giving some tips how to get over Artblock, because I've seen that lots of people in my community struggle with Artblock, which I know is a very real thing and lots of people struggle with, but I particularly do not struggle with Artblock, at least not that much, so I'm going to be giving some of my tips on how to overcome it. So basically, if you not already know what Artblock is, it is the infamous illness that spreads throughout the artist community like a contagious disease. It is basically when an artist either A, doesn't know what to draw, sort of like in the painter's block in Rapunzel, where she doesn't know what to paint, but she still like wants to paint, but she just doesn't know what to paint.
Okay, it's like I want to paint, but I just can't. What is going on?
Sounds like painter's block.
Painter's block? Wait, you mean like writer's block?
Yeah, you're just having a hard time being creative is all.
It can also be if you just don't have like motivation or desire to draw or do whatever type of art that you want to do. So basically it's sort of like writer's block in the fact that a writer can either A, want to write but not know what to write, or just B, not have the motivation to write. And honestly, I don't really know what to say in terms of like motivation, which I know is like more of the mainstream thing, because honestly, like, of course, if you're burnt out, you can't force yourself to do anything, or else I'll just make it worse. We're creative people, so we have to do stuff out of a place of creativity, out of a place of like want and desire, instead of out of a place of being forced to, because nothing good ever comes from that. But I would suggest maybe just like take a break if you are struggling with drawing and finding motivation to draw. If you have other hobbies, such as like I have theater, writing, reading, then just do one of those, like write something, read something, and eventually it'll come back to you. And really that's all I have to say about that, because usually I have motivation to draw. Usually I'm just sitting in class bored and being like, please dismiss so I can draw. Usually I'm like absolutely dying to draw, but if I'm not and I'm just wanting to draw, then I always have an idea of what I want to draw, because I want to draw so many things that I feel like I'm never gonna get it over with. So if you're someone who doesn't know what you want to draw, I will tell you about how to do that. Finding stuff that you want to draw. Maybe it's because you've drawn the same thing over and over again, which would probably be a really prominent thing in our community, because we're like the Wings of Fire and Warrior Cats community. I mean, I think so. I think that's who my audience is. It's probably half Has-Been Hotel by now, but it started off as Wings of Fire and Warrior Cats. But in that case, you'd be like, oh my god, I've been drawing dragons and cats for like 3 years now, and I don't know what else to draw, because I mean, I've already drawn all the cats and dragons that I can possibly think of. I mean, in that case, I obviously can't say like, well, you have to do this, you have to do that, but my suggestion would be to draw something else, like draw maybe a human, or a horse perhaps, if you want to draw like a different type of animal, or like a dog maybe. Dogs and cats are kind of similar, but still different enough, you know, to be like unique and special for the first time that you're doing it. And yeah, just draw some different stuff. If you want some ideas on what to draw that's mainly human oriented, some of the other things, I have a whole entire list that I make. Basically, whenever I think of an idea that I think would be fun to draw, I just write it into a list. This way I will never forget it, and I can mark it off when I draw it. And if I have a drawing completed, then like, what should I draw now? Instead of drawing something else, I can just go to my list and then find the first thing on my list, or the thing on the list that speaks to me at that time, and be like, hey, well, I'll just draw that. So basically some of the things on my list are my OCs, because I have not drawn like any of my OCs. At this point, at the time of me filming this video, I've drawn like 3 of them. I've drawn Destiny, Crow, Leo, and Ash. That's actually 4, but whatever. Math doesn't always make sense. I have old story remakes, because I did some picture books when I was little, and I can redraw some of the pictures from there. I have old art redesigns, because I have some of my old crusty cringeworthy art that I can redesign. Fantasy OCs, Basically, sometimes if I just see something on the internet that really speaks to me, like a cosplayer in the fantasy outfit, I just take a screenshot of it, like low-key. If you see artistic inspiration out in the world, just take a picture and snag it for yourself. And no one's gonna question you. Don't feel embarrassed, just take it, okay? Just take it. Fan art for Nadia. Shout out time! Nadia is an amazing artist. If you're not already following her, go follow her. She is really, really cool, and she loves ducks, and I do too, because Lucifer from Hasbin Hotel does too, and he is my idol. Anyways, fan art for Nadia, because I haven't drawn that yet. I don't know why, because I really do love Nadia. I should really draw her fan art. And drawing stuff from my childhood, I put in parentheses Ninjago, because I used to love watching Ninjago. So if you have something really cool from your childhood that you used to love watching, then you can draw some stuff from that. Disney princesses, of course, because iconic. Disney villains, because, I mean, also iconic. Villains turned cute, because, I mean, most villains are pretty gruesome, so if you drew them cute, that'd be pretty cool. Minions, because, I mean, minions are already adorable. Has-beens in my art style, because, yes, we love Has-been Hotel here. Imps OCs, because there's lots of different imp OC challenges, and for some reason I haven't done any of them, but I would love to see what it looked like as an imp, so yeah. Imp OC challenge. Wings of Fire villains, because for some reason I've like never ever drawn the villains before, so I'm gonna have to do that at some point in time. More Wings of Fire covers, because I did the first 5, but I have to do the other 10 at some point in time. Trolls, because Trolls is an amazing movie franchise, and I really like it. How to Train Your Dragon characters, because that's also a really cool dragon series, and I love watching that. Pokemon, because Pokemon are amazing. Me as a Pokemon trainer, because, I mean, yes, obviously, I had to draw myself as a Pokemon trainer at some point in time. Evolutions, because I want to draw those, and also my own personal evolutions for the ones that haven't been discovered yet, like, for instance, the Rock type and the Dragon type evolutions. By the book characters, because sometimes in movies, book characters are changed from how they actually are in real life, so I'd take some characters that have been altered, like I think Percy Jackson is a good example. I'm pretty sure Annabeth was supposed to be like blonde or ginger, and then they changed her hair to be like brown. So in that case, I would draw like Annabeth with the actual accurate colored hair. Harry Potter characters, because Harry Potter is amazing and I love Harry Potter. Harry Potter OCs, because of course Harry Potter is one of those universes that you can easily insert yourself into. Star Wars, because May the 4th be with you, obviously. Candy Girls, because that's just a cool little thing you can do. Food Girls, because it's also a really cute thing. Sugar Rush Girls, because those are the adorable little characters from Wreck-It Ralph, who are all based off of little different types of candies. Sonic Hedgehog characters, plus me as a Sonic Hedgehog OC. I'm not exactly sure if Sonic Hedgehog OCs like exist at this point in time, but if they don't already, I'm gonna make one. And if they do already, I'm not trying to steal credit, because, I mean, I'm sure they do. Sonic the Hedgehog is a very popular franchise. My Little Pony, because I've never really watched that, but I know it's really popular, and, of course, popularity, you know? Gotta get those views somehow. Bicycle playing cards as people, because, you know, there's different humanoid cards. There's, like, King, Queen, Jack, Ace, all those cards. You can make those as, like, humans. Classical paintings as humans, so, like, we got the Mona Lisa and stuff like that. You can draw Mona Lisa as a cartoon human. Seasons as people, so, like, spring, summer, fall, winter, all of those. You can make those as people. Holidays as people, so, like, Christmas, Thanksgiving, New Year's, Valentine's Day, St. Patrick's Day, Halloween, whatever else you celebrate. Superheroes, so like stuff from the MCU, Marvel Cinematic Universe, and from DC. Phobias, so like your biggest fears you can draw as just like the fear itself, or like as a human interpretation of that fear. Zodiacs, there's 2 different types of zodiacs. There's the Greek zodiac and the Chinese zodiac. You can draw either of those as a human. And then that is all I have on my list. But yeah, you can take inspiration from some of those if you would like to. Or you can look stuff up online. I'm sure you could find lots of cool ideas online. You could look up OC Generator Challenge and you could just see what you get on that, and you could draw stuff from that. You could look up some other artist videos like Lavender Town and see what she has to offer you, because I mean, the thing about ideas is like no one really owns an idea. It's not like so you can like claim for yourself. Like stories being this specific way. Like, there's only 7 types of stories in the whole entire world, honestly, because all stories are sort of set up in the same way. There's a hero, the hero finds a conflict, the hero has to go face that conflict, the hero overcomes that conflict, the hero's conflict is resolved, there's a moral story that's learned. That's basically like every single story in the history of existence. No one came up with that idea, no one can claim that idea for themselves. So yeah, by changing the idea and putting your own twist on it and making a variation of it, then you are altering the idea enough to where it can be your own. But no one really owns an idea, so don't feel bad if you see someone's idea and you're like, oh, that's really cool. Because I'm almost like 99% sure if you just asked them, or even if you just didn't, they would like 100% let you do it. Because like, there's no way if you see a video, it's like Lavender Town's drawing poisons as humans. Hey Lavender Town, can I draw some poisons as humans too? No! Like, that would never ever happen. Like, she would 101% say yes to you. Like, I can almost guarantee it. So just find some people who you really like and you think are inspiring, and you can see some of their ideas and make your own ideas based off of those. And yeah, basically just, if you're lacking the motivation, if that's your problem with Artblock, then you can try to take a break if you're burnt out. Just give yourself a little rest, do something else. If you like writing, just write something. If you like reading, just read something. If you like something else, just do that for the meanwhile. And if you are lacking ideas, then just take some from off of my list, low key, and put your own spin on them. And if you don't want to do that, you can do a search on Google, and Google will give you some answers. Or you can do a OC Generator Challenge from here on YouTube. Or you can just look at some of your favorite YouTubers and see what they have to offer you, and all of that. But anyways, that's pretty much it for this video. I hope that this video was helpful for you and you found it useful in overcoming Artblock. If you did, and if you enjoyed it, please make sure to like and subscribe, because that always helps me out so much when you do, and I really do appreciate it. It helps to boost my content into the algorithm so that more people like you can see it, and maybe more artists who are also struggling to overcome Artblock can see it and be able to overcome their struggles with my words of wisdom. And the good thing for you is that it helps you to stay tuned and get notified whenever I post new content. So that'll be about a few times per week for long forms, and a few times per day actually for short forms. I constantly post content, so you will never be bored. I will always have something artistic to offer you. And yeah, I hope that you all have a great rest of your day and great rest of your summer if you've not already started school yet. And always remember that I love you. I wish you the best on your artistic journey, and I will see you in the next video. Goodbye!